Hi friends, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Alright, let's see what's going on. Looking at the death card, Scorpio. As you feel it, you may be going through some big changes right now. You may feel like you're in a bit of a transition. There may be something as well that you're coming to terms with. It seems like there's a lot of awareness right now that you are in the midst of something that is progressing. It doesn't look like the beginning of it to me. It looks like this is something that you've been going through, and now there's awareness that there's a changing, that there's a process, that something is happening, that something is developing, and kind of that it's inevitable as well with the Death card. You may begin seeing a difference, you may begin feeling a difference as well. For some of you, this may be part of a spiritual awakening too, or an upgrade. The easiest way to move through this is to surrender to the process. To surrender control and to move with it, and to see where it's moving you, see where it wants to move you. And reminding yourself too that this is in alignment with your growth and in alignment with the highest good. This is going to be a change where you are going to be, for some of you, I'm hearing recovering. There's a focus here on reciprocity. Maybe there was something you were doing before where you didn't feel like you were being compensated, or you felt like there was a deficit in some way, or like resources were out of order, or you were having an exchange with someone and you felt like things were not balanced. It looks like there's a focus on this being related to emotions, related to water energy. This is about knowing what your standards are, knowing what your expectations are, knowing how you want to be treated, knowing how you want to show up. So reciprocity is coming to fruition. That's what this change is about. So it's about you receiving something in return for what it is that you're doing. A natural consequence, a natural exchange. Maybe you had been feeling at odds about this before. So this is where we're going, but this may not have fully happened yet. But this is the trajectory. It may feel, there may be stress that you're feeling because of the process, because of the timing of the process. The fact that this is not an instantaneous thing, that this is taking some time. That may be weighing on you. Because you may also be in a place too where you may have invested in something, or you're like, I know that I'm in the midst of this, but I haven't really been seeing any results yet, and that feels stressful to me, just because, like, is that really a sure thing? As I said before, this is the trajectory of where things are going. You're moving into a space where you are going to feel more of a sense of equality, more of a sense of reciprocity. That is what you've planted the seeds for. So don't be deterred just because of something taking some time right now. Emphasis on Scorpio, the archetype of Scorpio. This can mean very big changes for you. Also, finances can be involved as well. But it can be in general life changes. Your guides are reminding you to stay as grounded as possible. Even though something you may feel like you're at your limit at times, finding ways to relax, to de-escalate, to de-stress is going to benefit you right now. You may be putting a lot of responsibility on yourself, a lot of weight on your shoulders. So being in a space where you are figuring out what the best way to manage this is going to be helpful to you. For some of you, you may need a bit of a break that you're going to be taking too. I'm hearing emotional relaxation. There is something new that you're starting here. I'm seeing that you've already stepped on the path and now you are moving further upon this path. So it doesn't seem like you just stepped onto it. It seems like you've been taking a couple steps already. There have been moves that you've been making connected with this. But it is something relatively new. Like this can be a new project that you're working on. You feel very intuitively guided to be doing this, but you may be questioning that at times, especially because for some of you, I'm seeing like these may be new abilities that you're tapping into, and you may not have like tapped into like your intuition, your gifts, your abilities in this way before. And so because it's new, it may feel very overwhelming. There may be a lot of information that's coming through. Your eyes may be very much opened. Your third eye, it looks like, is opening too. And that may feel very bright right now, is what it looks like. This is something that you're going to adjust to. So give yourself time to acclimate. Yeah, for some of you, this may feel like a shock. It's like opening an eye before that you may not have been connected with or may not have been activated before, at least like not this intensely and not in this way. And now all of a sudden it's like opened and it's the middle of the day and the sun is shining very brightly. So it may feel overwhelming because it's like all you see is brightness and you can't really make anything out right now, but things are going to begin to materialize. Give yourself time to adjust. That is the advice. You may also be like quite shocked. For some of you, you didn't know that you had abilities in this way. You didn't know that you had gifts in this way. And so that can be quite jarring too. For some of you, this was a spontaneous spiritual awakening or upgrade. I'm seeing your guides looking very excited about this. Trust your deeper knowing. The more you get familiar tapping in this way, the easier it's going to be. The more second nature it's going to become for you. And allow yourself to explore it, and don't forget to have fun. Very, very important. It seems like the possibilities are endless for you right now. But yeah, I'm seeing that things are going to be equalizing, things are going to be stabilizing for you. Make choices from a grounded space. If you feel overwhelmed, don't feel like you need to do anything. You can take a break if you feel like you need to kind of move back from whatever is pressing you and then come back to it later if that works better for you. If you feel yourself becoming ungrounded, it's important to ground before you come back to what this is that you're working on or what this is that you're doing. And plan to explore, be open to the things that you're doing, sensing, connecting with, all of that. the more like balanced mentally, emotionally, energetically you are, the more safe you are going to feel through this process. And also remind yourself too, affirmations can feel can have a beneficial experience when we repeat them to ourselves, like I'm safe, I'm protected, I'm guided, things like that. This also looks like, it seems like there's something that you went through that may have been difficult for you. And in a way, this is kind of like the universe giving you some sort of gift after going through something. Like you're able to unlock what this is. For some of you too, there's something that you just ended as well. The way that a situation transpired was not how you thought that it would. And you were guided, or you have been guided, to bring justice to something that needed to come to an end. I'm hearing it was important to do this. I'm seeing this be like all on you to call this out. So because of you doing something in alignment with justice, that's also what you receive within a situation. You may have not looked forward to needing to end this, however, you knew that it was unhealthy to continue this, and so that's why it needed to come to an end. That's what was in alignment for you, to not have to go on. Because it even seems like a situation where repeatedly things just did not pan out. Like no matter how many like choices you may have given someone or put yourself back into a situation, just always ended in this way where you felt like disappointed, let down, and getting to the point where you're like, I'm not going to put myself through that any longer. Really advocating for yourself is what it seems like. And that may have been what kicked this off for some of you. Yeah, you got to a place where you were like, I have to think about me and I have to take care of myself. For some of you, this is also about like taking care of the things that you're responsible. Like it can be children, pets. It can also just be yourself too. That can absolutely be reason enough for you. But for some of you, it's more than just yourself that you're making this choice from, because you recognize how this impacts you. Like every time you get your hopes up, or every time you trust in something that has shown you over and over again, it's unreliable. And so this is what you needed to do for you. I'm hearing no questions asked. For some of you, you didn't make this choice yet, but you're going to. It's about choosing you and thinking about what you need, and also keeping in mind your sense of stability and your safety. That's the challenge. Because you really could have been putting yourself out there in a situation where it was like even a precarious position that you were putting yourself in. And now you recognize the barrier to like me feeling like I'm showing up for myself and taking care of myself, and the barrier to me actually feeling that stability that I crave is by ending this thing that again and again I felt disappointed by. And I need to bring justice to this situation, and this is how I do it. This is how I show up for myself. You may still feel a bit in your head about setting boundaries too. It may be hard, it may feel challenging for you to advocate for yourself. But that is the challenge that you're facing. So I'm looking at Scorpio, Uranus, Moon, Libra. Decisions. The Magician is here to remind you that you have everything that you need. You already have everything that you need. There's something here about like creating space or taking a break, moving into a more restful moment, into a more restful period even. There may be also something that you're stepping back from. Allowing yourself to have time to recharge. That may also be something that you need to claim for yourself. You may be in a situation where, like, unless you ask for a break, or unless you say, like, hey, I'm going to be taking a break, or I'm going to be taking time off, whatever this is, it seems like you have to be the one that initiates this, like, conversation, or the one that makes this opportunity for yourself. Yeah. It seems too, like, in order to, like, fully connect with your internal vault of resources and, like, the extent of your abilities and your creativity and all of that stuff, you making sure that you are giving yourself time to, like, reconnect and charge your battery is going to be very important. And it's also going to be able to, it's going to help you speak with clarity and from a space of, like, you feeling like you know what's going on and you know what you're doing and you're aware of what you're saying and what needs to be said too. Finding the clarity that you've been looking for and speaking in alignment with that and being confident about what you're... If there had been something before that was confusing you, it's not going to be confusing you any longer. There's something that you do within your process where there's, like, either you pulling back from something or taking a break or, like, having a moment for yourself or getting more into meditating, grounding your energy, whatever this is for you. It allows you to feel like you are processing clearly and you have that clarity that you were looking for. And it also allows you to feel confident about what you're doing too, about karmically where you're going, feeling like you're in alignment. Establishing harmony with the flow that you're in and moving with it. Moving with it in harmony. Doing so in a way where you are doing things consistently and also keeping in mind your responsibilities and also this role that you're playing is going to be helpful for you. There may be somebody that is helping you as a mentor, if that's what you're looking for. For some of you, you could also end up mentoring in some way. Something also about, like, professionalism is going to help you too. It may be the perspective that you're looking at this through as well. For some of you too, this is going to lead you to a job or a career. And you may be, like, thinking in that mindset right now, like, this actually seems like it's going to be leading me somewhere professionally. That would be a choice that would need to be made as well. But yeah, somehow, like, finances or role responsibility may be intersecting. I'm seeing there be a message from somebody from the past or something from the past. This can be like a memory that you received. This can also, like, physically, materially be somebody from your past trying to reach out to you, trying to communicate with you, connect with you. message you even. I'm looking at Aquarius on the bottom of the deck. Doesn't have to be, can be. It seems like there's been a separation or a break from this person. And then karmically, you may feel like you're being brought back together with them or reconnected with them. Like you may not be speaking to this person, and then karmically, the way that things happen, you guys end up connecting. I'm seeing something about having a conversation with this person, and there's something about like teaming up or linking up together. Someone feels a bit in their head about this. This is somebody from your past that is reaching out to you, that wants to connect with you. The feeling is that you guys go together. They want to work on a relationship. They want to work on a partnership with you. The nature, for some of you, they want a committed connection. They want a committed relationship with you. This would be something that they end up clarifying, how they're feeling towards you. But there may be confusion about that initially. But then I'm seeing you guys... I'm hearing break down the wall. There may have been something where there was like a barrier between the two of you, where there was a sense of like being unsure about somebody's intentions or somebody's feelings, and then I'm seeing them clarify this for you. So this person from the past that's reaching out to you, they want to get together with you. They're thinking about a partnership with you. This can be a business partnership. It can be a friendship. It can be a romantic relationship. It can be something else. It can be something different. But that's what they want to work on. It's like something together with you they want to work on. They're ready and willing to put in the work. And maybe you guys also don't know yet where this is going to lead. There's some sort of confusion about like even the structure of the relationship with the two of you. However, then I'm seeing that it will be clarified. So you're not going to be like in a state of fogginess for long if you do find yourself there. So there's a sense of there being like a break or a separation, and then things, in some way, you guys are brought back together. I'm seeing a message. I'm seeing a conversation between people, and somebody like, hey, I'm committed to this. I'm showing up. This is where I am with things. There's a sense of even like gaining answers, gaining clarity through a conversation that you have. You being as honest as possible with this person about like what you're thinking and where you are and how you're feeling. That's what's going to help you guys work together and to work on this. It's going to help what you're doing actually go somewhere with this person. So it's going to make the work that you're putting in effective in leading you somewhere. I'm hearing curious. I'm looking at Gemini. I am hearing Neptune, Jupiter, and Mercury. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.